women are like, I can't get that guy, then like I'm just not going to sleep with anybody because they'd rather have him than not. Does that make sense? So I think that's where female sexlessness comes in, is that we are the choosier sex too. Like, you ever heard the joke from men that nobody's ugly after 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, they mean that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we just talked about body count. Let's touch on body count a little quick, real quick. So should body count matter? Just yes or no? And let's start with Kiko.
Should body count matter?
Yes.
I think it plays a factor in the sense of people, like, if you have a high body count, you should probably stick with people around your body count. So, like, you know, people who are sticking around 3 bodies should find another mate around that part, and somebody who has more should probably find somebody who has more bodies. Because personally, yeah, I don't see it usually working out with somebody who has a very low body count.
For you? Like,
No, not even me personally, no. But like from my friends and situations I've seen, when it tries to be like one person is more promiscuous and has a higher body count and their partner doesn't, usually I see problems happening. But if they're both on the same even playing field, then I don't see it usually being an issue.
I mean, I think men certainly prefer women with low body counts.
Yes, but from what I've seen, it's not men prefer women with low body counts. It's men prefer women with body counts lower than their own.
They're sort of the same in a sense.
No, they're not, because
degree.
yeah, a low body count would be, you know, what a retrospect, you wouldn't consider maybe 20 a low body count, right? But to a man who's had 200 bodies, that would be considered a low body count. But to a man who's only had 10 partners, 20 would seem insane.
That's fair. That's fair. Should body count matter?
No, I don't think it matters. I've never really had a guy ask me like, what's your body count, and like be like, from it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think in my line of work, I wouldn't really entertain anyone that would be opposed to it. So for me personally, no. But if somebody cares, then date someone who's within the bracket that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I personally don't think it matters. Nobody has ever asked me that, either, you know, before or after I've been in this line of work. But I do think it informs something about the person. Like, I think if I know how many people somebody has slept with, then I can learn something about them, but that doesn't make it negative.
I also think, like, no, too. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I say no as well. And I agree with what Kiko said about how, like, I think you should kind of stick with the same number area, just because I've definitely been in a position where mine was not close to someone else's, and I kind of felt like another check. But if I was closer, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I was doing the same thing.
Oh, the guy had a high body count, and you just felt like another chick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think body count does matter then, insofar that you should try to match up with someone that's close to you.
Yeah, I think you guys should just, like, have to relate. But if it's like someone is high and then someone else is close to that, I think that, like, it doesn't matter the number.
Holy shit. Yo, Zentians, thank you, man.
$300. Men who are walking away aren't just incels. Not arguing semantics, those men are the men who support your infrastructure. Your narrow-minded / short-sightedness is maddening. Men leaving the dating market will yield nothing but lonely women who have nothing but a font of putrescence between their legs.
A font of putrescence between their legs. What is putrescence? I've not heard that word before.
Did you comment this from 1950?
Yeah, I think Zentians is actually a time traveler. Yo, Zentians, thank you for that big $300 super chat, man. Appreciate it. That was big, man. Thank you for the continued support show after the show. Yeah, he's a time traveler. He jumps around. He's also a brain surgeon, actually, in actuality. Yeah, so he's wealthy. He's, in addition to being a time traveler, he's quite wealthy.
Yeah, not only is he traveling time, but he has enough money to throw $300 on on a stream.
Yeah. Chad. Okay.
for him.
So I think you were finishing up your point, correct?
Yeah, not that the number matters, just that like I think you should not. You don't have to be, but I think personally I would be more comfortable being in the same area as someone else, number-wise.
What about you?
I don't think it really matters. I feel like it depends on.
Oh.
your-
N. Martin super chatted.
Yo, Martin, thank you, man.
$100. It's the height of narcissism and delusion to believe that you can defeat or disavow biology. Biology always wins. To attempt to rewrite the rules is a wasted life. Pfizer, American Psychiatric Association, and local wineries thank you for your ongoing and future patronage.
Okay, Martin shooting shots. Do you guys have a response to Martin?
That didn't really make any sense.
No, and I think
Yeah.
it's insane that these guys that are throwing hundreds of dollars on a stream about having sex with women, like what the why are you spending your time spending hundreds of dollars telling us that we're whores? Like, why not go out and sleep with a woman and bag a wife if that's your whole goal?
Well, they can't.
Yeah.
No, whoa. I will not stand. I will not stand. All these gentlemen in the chat,
Oh,
they're all Chads. They're
Yeah.
brain surgeons.
I
they're
love them too.
astronauts. They're architects. They're Mike Davis. I've seen him in the chat. That motherfucker's got like 100 Burger King restaurants. That he's a proprietor. And he's smashed. Trust me, this guy Mike Davis. You're gonna see him later. He's been dropping 50s.
If any of these guys are brain surgeons, then they should just subscribe to the tier that you can send in a video. And send in a video of your medical license. Otherwise, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Trust me, Sentience is a brain surgeon and a rocket scientist too.
Yeah, like a lot of
He
them
switched careers.
Right.
So some of those guys are like just well established and they watch for entertainment, but like it's not necessarily completely their fault that they can't find a wife. I wouldn't say. I think it's just hard for everyone, and I think it's extraordinarily hard to find. I would say like a good wife today. I think it's easier to find a good husband than to find a good wife. I did not say hot husband though. Like that's a tougher thing to do.
Why do you think it's easier to find a good husband than it is to find a good wife?
Well, because the majority of men, like, they're not really having access to women. You know what I mean? Like, that's
But
what I
how
said.
does that equate to being a good wife if you
So-
have access to men or not?
All right, so how about this? Like, let me ask you this question. What makes a good husband to you?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, I'm asking.
Well, when
right
I
now.
get married, I would expect.
Sorry,
Ron
guys.
Jackson super chatted $100.
Kiko,
you make
scoot into the
money of
table.
men throwing literally thousands of dollars a month at you to get a nut that they can get for free. Him sending money to see the looks on your faces when confronted with the weight of your life's decisions.
Wow. Holy. Wow.
I feel like guys will send
That was
stuff like
good.
this thinking that they're gonna like own me and like get me, but I mean I'm very happy with all the decisions that I've made.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything that you could say that can make me be like, oh my god, I f***ed up.
Speedy the unsilent super chatted